Hello traders, this is Corey Mitchell. I'm happy to have you along for the Forex introduction course. If you are new to Forex or wanting to learn a little bit more about it, this is the right spot for you. In this course, we're going to cover the basics of Forex, what it is, and in this video, we're going to cover what is actually covered in the course. So what are you going to learn in the Forex introduction course? We're going to talk about what Forex is, how it works, how money is made and lost. We're going to learn how to read charts, how to interpret a quote. When you see that price, what does it mean? What currencies are involved? We're going to introduce you to various trading styles. These are going to include day trading, swing trading, trend following. So we're going to look at a few different styles so you can hopefully find one that suits your preference. We're also going to look at the currencies to trade so you don't waste your time or money. There's a lot of currencies out there. We don't need to trade all of them to make some money once we start trading Forex. We're going to learn all about swaps and rollover. You may not know what that is yet, but it's a way that you can make money or pay daily interest on your positions. In the Forex market, it's a little bit different than the stock market. In the stock market, if you borrow money, you are going to pay interest on that borrowed money. In the currency market, you're also going to be able to borrow money, but you won't necessarily have to pay interest on it. You can actually make money on it by buying certain pairs or certain currencies compared to other currencies. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about how you'll see that in your account every day, whether you've paid a little bit or being paid a little bit by your broker. We're going to look at how to place orders in the Forex market. So whether you're entering, exiting, controlling your risk, taking profits, we're going to look at all those different order types so you can make sure you can get in and out of your positions. We're going to look at how much capital you need to trade with Forex, and we're also going to talk about how much leverage to use. Leverage is basically borrowing money. It's not something you have to do, but typically currencies move a little bit less than stocks, so a lot of traders do opt to use leverage, which basically is, say you have $10,000 in your account, you can trade $20,000, $30,000 worth of currency, and that would be 2 times leverage or 3 times leverage. You're basically taking a bigger position than what you have in your account. Most traders are comfortable with this because the chance of losing all your money is still relatively low, and we're also going to talk about that, how to control your risk even while using leverage. We're going to look at how to set up a demo account so that you know how to use it and you can start practicing, setting yourself up for success. I always recommend you get used to trading in a demo account before you switch to a live account, just that you get used to placing those orders. You can get used to doing everything, seeing everything that we're going to talk about in this course. You can start developing some strategies, which we're also going to talk about later in the course. So the demo account is going to give you a place to practice all these skills that you're going to be learning. So we'll talk about the demo account and setting it up. One of the most popular trading platforms is Metatrader 4 or 5, and we're going to talk about how that program works. We'll run you through the basics of it so you feel comfortable with it. We're going to look at how to analyze price charts, technical indicators, chart tools to help us make better trading decisions. You may not know what any of these are yet. You probably know what a price chart is, but you may not know what a technical indicator is or a chart tool is. But we're going to look at all those and how they can help us make better trading decisions and how you can start incorporating some of those things into your own personal trading plan, the thing that you're going to use to make trading decisions. And we're going to talk about that as well, how to build that plan. We're going to talk about when you enter a trade, what position size to take. How much of a currency do you buy? Just because you have $300 or $1,000 or $10,000 in your account doesn't mean you have to buy that amount or a fraction of that amount. We're going to look at exactly how much of a position size you should take for the risk level you want on that trade, the risk level of the trade, and also the risk level you're personally comfortable with. We're going to learn what news events are important to Forex traders and when these events happen. I'm going to show you where you can find them online so that you're always prepared for these scheduled news events, which come out quite regularly, and they're just economic data points like gross domestic product and inflation numbers and interest rate decisions. So things you've probably read about in the news, but those are on a schedule. They tend to come out at the same time every week unless there's a holiday or something like that. But we'll show you exactly how to find those events and be prepared for them. Some currencies move together. This is called correlation, which means we need to be aware of that to manage our risk. So we're going to look at what currencies are correlated. They do change. What currencies are correlated may change over time. So we're going to show you how to find correlations in the currency pairs you're trading. We just look them up on a website, can see, oh yeah, these two currencies are moving together right now, or these two currency pairs are moving together right now. So we need to be aware of that when making our decisions, and we'll incorporate that into our trading plan. We're also going to look at how to monitor volatility in currencies so that we're aware of potential black swan events, which can be devastating or wealth-building moments. As I record this in early April of 2020, we have had a major event going on with the coronavirus, and what many would consider a black swan event. We've had the stock market sell off dramatically. We've seen huge moves in currencies, and it can either be devastating if you don't know what you're doing, or it can be a wealth building event. So we're going to talk about how you can monitor volatility, and as we discussed before, creating a trading plan so that you're prepared for all these types of events that may occur. We don't know when they'll occur, but it's good to have an idea of what to do when they do occur. How to track your trading statistics to improve your trading. This is a really important one. Just minor tweaks in what we're doing can mean the difference between being a losing trader and a winning trader. So we're going to talk about what things are important to track once you start trading, or even once you're in that demo account, what you want to start looking at in terms of what you're doing with those trades. Little tweaks you can do to maybe bring yourself a little bit more into the profit column, and if you are already a profitable trader, to potentially move those profits up and make even more. We're also going to talk about, as I discussed throughout this already, how to create a personalized trading plan. So all these things that you're going to learn are going to go into a plan for how you're going to attack the market. It's basically a written down template with exactly what you're going to do in different situations, how you're going to enter currencies, how you're going to enter what currencies you're going to trade, how you're going to enter positions, how you're going to control your risk. It's a template for what to do so that we have it written down so that we don't have to rely on our emotion when the market's really moving, and we have a plan in place that's been tested out, researched, and we feel confident in it. Related to that trading plan, as we're doing it, we're going to go through 5 steps that help us become a successful Forex trader. As long as we do those 5 steps, we will be successful. It's just a matter of time and tweaking our method until we're there. So we're going to look at what those 5 steps are. We're also going to look at preparing for the unforeseen. Now, you may think, how do we prepare for something we don't know is coming? But there's really only a few risks in the market that really affect us, and these are the ones mentioned here: slippage, weekend gaps, news gaps, something like your internet going down, a platform or broker outage, your broker going bankrupt, things like this. And we can, since we know what they are, we don't know when they'll happen or if they'll happen, but we can prepare for them. So we're going to look at ways to do that and have backup plans, and also do preparing for or looking at different brokers, as we mentioned here, recommended Forex brokers, so that the likelihood of these bad events affecting us are minimized. So a little bit about myself. I'm a chartered market technician. I've been a full-time trader since 2005. I started out as an institutional proprietary trader for 6 years. So from 2005 to 2011, I was employed by a firm who provided me with capital, and my only job was to make more money off the capital they gave me. I had no clients. It wasn't a sales job. I just went in every day, traded, and I got paid based on how much I made. And there was no salary, no benefits. It was purely performance-based, and very low success rate of people coming in. And I did that for 6 years. did very well, and decided to leave the firm in 2011 and just trade for myself. And that's what I do currently. I trade stocks and Forex independently. I'm a member of the Market Technicians Association, the Canadian Society of Technical Analysts, and by extension, the International Federation of Technical Analysts. I've written for a host of high-quality publications, including Investopedia and Stock and Commodities magazine. So I'm excited to have you along on this journey. I'm excited to teach you about Forex, one of my favorite markets to trade. I trade it every day, and it's an exciting market, open 24 hours a day. So I hope you'll enjoy the journey. And until the next video,